I want to talk about federal executions. It seems that President Trump is breaking a 130-year tradition of not pursuing the death penalty during presidential transitions. Should the president stop?
Well, we're assuming there will be a presidential transition, so I'll just say that up front. But I will say this, what we have to keep in mind is, anytime a human being dies, that's sad. But these individuals who are being executed committed heinous crimes. Like one particular individual who I believe was executed on Friday took his 2-year-old daughter and repeatedly smashed her head through the window, killing her. So I don't think so much we should focus on the fact of the tradition is that justice was served. These individuals committed absolutely heinous crimes. They received a death penalty sentence and it's simply being carried out.
Let me get Coleman Young in here. These people, as Christina pointed out, have all been convicted by a court of law. They've been given due process. Shouldn't they be executed? Why is this even a controversy?
Absolutely not. Charlie, always a pleasure to be with you, man. You look like new money, man. Always good to see you, baby. Listen, let me just say first and foremost, the death penalty, I think, is cruel and unusual. I think it's brutality. I think it's brutal. I think it's inhumane. I think in this case, the fact with Christina was talking about earlier with Alfred Bourgeois, I think he was deemed to have mental health issues. And the other brother, Brandon Bernard, was somebody who was an accomplice. He was someone that actually was involved in it. I think they should be in prison. I don't think that they should be sentenced to death. And also the fact that African Americans make up 13% of the population and 52% of those exonerated, as well as since 1977, 300 African Americans have been put to death for killing people who are not of color, compared to only 21% of white folks have been killed for killing African Americans. So I think there is a large racial discrepancy. And in Texas, 70% of those put to death are people of color. Texas being the area where they have most executions. That's wrong.
Senator, do you think that this issue of the death penalty, the federal death, Michigan does not have it, but the federal death penalty should be taken up by the Biden administration? Coleman Young?
I think once Biden gets in there, once he's sworn in, I definitely think this is the first thing to go, for sure.
I find it funny that a political party who supports executing innocent children are somehow clutching their pearls about the death penalty of convicted criminals. I find it to be absolutely hilarious. Also, this is a separate issue about demographics regarding people who have been convicted of crimes or are being executed. That's an entirely separate issue. The fact of the matter is these individuals have been convicted of crimes. Even if this individual did have mental challenges, he smashed a 2-year-old girl's head through the window, beating her to death, his own child. So all of that to me is completely irrelevant. The jury considers that when hearing the case. He was convicted of a crime, so I don't see how this is problematic.
Let me change topic. Hold that. Okay. We'll do this again.
Go in, Charles.
Hold that thought.
All right.
Come on, let's go.